Hi, my name is Bruce McCuaig. I'm President and Chief Executive Officer of metrolinx, and we're responsible for developing the regional transportation system, including GO Transit, the Presto Fare Card, and the Union Pearson Express.
Okay, so metrolinx is a Crown Corp, or what's the organization?
Well, metrolinx is a provincial Crown agency. We have a board of directors, and our board of directors reports to the Ontario Minister of Transportation.
Okay, so how long have you been existing?
metrolinx has been around not that long. It was created in 2006. We released the big move, which is the Regional Transportation Plan, in 2008. We merged with GO Transit in 2009. And right now our focus is really on building new infrastructure and developing an investment strategy for how we continue to build the region's transit system.
Okay, so it's a provincial Crown Corp, right? So look at the Ontario's transportation system. So is there any big problem within the GTA or Hamilton area?
Well, I think we all know that we have a challenge with congestion in the Greater Toronto and Hamilton area. Right now, the average daily commute time for people is about 82 minutes. And if we don't do anything about it, if we continue to grow in population, if we aren't building our transit and transportation infrastructure, it's going to grow to 109 minutes. Our job at metrolinx is to build the transportation system that allows us to grow, but actually allows us to reduce the amount of time it takes us to move around our city and our regions.
Okay, so look at that. Maybe just sometimes look at the infrastructure, we talk about money, right? So, and also the federal support. If we just ask the federal and get the previous get you more money, will that solve the problem instead of doing a lot of studies?
Yes, we're lucky in that we have about a $16 billion investment that's being built right now, and most of that money has come from the province of Ontario. But there's also a little bit of money from municipalities and a little bit of money from the federal government. We think we need to continue to make those public investments, but we also know it's not enough. To do the next round of projects that we've announced will take about $34 billion over the next 15 years. And we'll be coming forward with a conversation in this region about how do we raise those funds, because I think we all know that governments at all level don't have the money to continue to invest in transit and transportation. But we know we have the need, so we need to be like Vancouver and Chicago and New York and Paris and London and figure out how we're going to raise our funds to make this investment.
User fee, another option?
Yeah, when we look around the world, what we see is places like Paris who have a payroll tax, or Vancouver who use gas taxes, or we go to London, England, that has a congestion charge, or New York City has a combination of sales tax and payroll taxes and tolls that they use. So there are all these different models that are used around the world. We have to figure out what's the best model for us here in this region.
But sometimes it's a chicken and egg issue, right? If you have the best mass transit system, people using it, they will drive less. But if we don't have that great system there, people will still use car more, then we get less revenue for the transport system. So how to solve that problem?
Well, we need to come up with the best integrated transportation solution. We think there are three key things that are built into our plan that are important. One is to build rapid transit within 2 kilometers of 75% of the entire region's population. If you have close access to rapid transit, then you'll make the choice to use it. So that's number one. We think by doing that, we'll double the transit modal share in this region. And to accomplish it, we're going to triple the amount of rapid transit line. That's GO trains, that's subways, that's light rail transit, that's bus rapid transit. Triple the amount that we have from about 500 kilometers that we have now to about 1,500 kilometers in the future.
Right now we know that we have the Viva in your region, and then the Suma in Peel region, and then the TDC. It seems that this provincial role or responsibility, how to integrate them, or how to make the transit smoother.
Yes, and a big part of it is coordinating and integrating across all the various transit providers. One of the great things that we've done is implement the Presto Fare Card. So that allows people to navigate from one transit system to the other transit system using a smart card, so that they never have to worry about having cash or transfer or tokens. It's a much more easier way for people to use. I use it every day, and what I like best about it is that I've set it up so that every time the value on my card drops below a certain level, it automatically adds more value from my bank account. I haven't had to buy a ticket or a token or gone to a transit station to add value in more than a year.
So it's auto top-ups kind of stuff.
Yep, it does it automatically, and it's great. I've given it to my daughters as well. You know, they're commuting to university, and it's good for me as a dad to know that they always are going to have a transit card that has value on it that gets them to school, but also at the end of the day gets them home.
So what means is the standard when most people using it for transportation, driving or using mass transit?
Well, right now most of the people in this region drive. And that varies depending on whether you're in downtown Toronto or in the rest of Toronto or in the 905 regions. And there's no question about it. Cars are going to continue to be a major mode of how we move around the city in this region. But we want to double the number of people who are using, or the proportion of people that are using transit as their primary vehicle to get to work. We also want to make sure that we're building the kinds of communities that you can walk to work, you can use your bicycle to get to work. In fact, it's all about creating choice, because there's going to be a whole range of ways that people want to move around our region. We need to enable them to make the best choice for them on how they travel.
You say now average transportation is 86 minutes right there, and then so what's the optimum time?
Well, right now we're at about 82 minutes. If we don't do what we're supposed to do over the next 25 years, unfortunately it would grow to 109 minutes. I think we would all agree that that's not a good outcome. Our objective is to actually drop that from the existing 82 minutes into about 75 or 77 minutes a day. So that's both directions, about 77 minutes a day. And we'll be able to do that if we implement the big move, even while we're growing by 100,000 people in this region each and every year. So we have to keep up to the growth, we have to give people more transportation choices, and by that way, we'll enable people to spend less time getting to and from work.
That means if I drive from your region to downtown, within an hour, that's reasonable.
Well, I think actually what we would like to do is give you the choice so that you would decide to get on the subway or take a rapid transit line or a GO line to get to downtown or to get to other parts of this region. You know, a lot of the second largest employment node in the Greater Toronto and Hamilton area is actually around Pearson Airport. So we actually need to build more transit to get the tens of thousands of people who work around the Pearson Airport area a transit choice. So actually we would like to be able to convince you not to hop in your car but to get onto a transit vehicle.
Okay. And by what means that we can, like as you say, that reduce that transportation time to what we see that 70-something minutes?
Well, I think the main way in which we could do that is by providing close to you a rapid transit choice, so that you can get to that light rail transit or that bus rapid transit or the subway or the GO train quickly and easily, and it gets you to your destination. And from your from wherever your downtown station or your suburban station to where you work, it's in close proximity to that. It's all about making it easier for people to take transit. The other piece is service. People want to know that they're going to get reliable service. We've done a great job on GO Transit, for example, increasing train reliability. We're now at about 95% on-time performance. That's a great way to get people onto the transit system when they know that they're going to get to their destination when we say they're going to get to their destination.
So GO is under metrolinx right now?
That's right.
I think that's recently they got the non-delay guarantee, something like that.
Yes.
Policy.
Yes, we just announced about 2 weeks ago a service guarantee for GO trains, where if we're later than 15 minutes off the scheduled time, we'll give a credit to the customer. And as I said, we're currently operating at 95% on-time performance. We want to maintain that. We actually want to get better. But we've made great strides in improving that performance. And what that leads to is customer satisfaction. Customer satisfaction leads to loyalty. And loyalty means you're recommending the service to your friends and colleagues, your neighbors.
So will we see for how long that we can get to that optimum transportation time?
Well, you're already going to see some improvements over the next few years. Union Station is under construction right now. It opens up in about 2015. The Union Pearson Express Rail Link will open in 2015. The Spadina Subway extension to Vaughan Metropolitan Centre will open in 2016. Viva Bus Rapid Transit is under construction. Mississauga Transitway is under construction. Over the next 3 to 5 years, there's going to be significant increases to our transit choices in this region.
So we don't have to wait that long.
Don't have to wait that long, but we want to keep that moving. And to keep that moving, that pipeline of projects, we need to figure out how we're going to continue to invest in our transportation system.
Good. Thank you.
Thanks very much.
Some good ideas.